There you go. How good is that?
I feel like Doncaster's not that far.
Doncaster now. I feel like.
Textiles.
Just everybody. This room is now sorted. This is half a garage player to go wherever into House Martins, and then back at the campsite I've got
added more fresh yeast, and now it's very live. Again, it can get quite smelly, which is why I left it to ferment in the shed rather than the house.
Sandra, you always get your lefts and rights mixed up. Right, we're on the table. So hang on a minute.
Right, left. I'm going to make sure we get this the right way around. So that's that bit's upside down.
Hello, Russia. Hello, Russia. Hello, Russia. How are you? How are you?
So it seems to be.
It seems to be.
That bit that way. Do you want to fold up that table so it's not away?
What's he doing here?
In a way.
Oh, yeah, hang on a minute. That's right. So with.
Sorry, one other thing. I feel like that should be a little bit tighter, but I couldn't get those screws any tighter unless you can.
Right. So just in case you're wondering what's going on, there was a vlog a while back. So we've bought this coffee table from Amazon, and it's sort of like it's got a gas strutted hinged risey bit on it, which is super unusual. So this is not a product review or anything like that, because we bought this, but I did want to show you it when it's built, because I hadn't seen one of these before.
The D and an E.
Yeah, they're the D's. There's the D's and the E's. Little gas struts. Gas struts are in place. Again, we keep going on with, when we do product reviews, we use our products, we keep them. Do you remember Rolling Dog, the decorator people? Look. So we're using that. So that's on. All being well. Hey, Russia. You're down by my side. Right, so what I find a little bit worrying is we're currently, I've got 2 screws missing there, I've got 2 screws left over there.
They just generally seem to come with a bit more.
And I've got 2 of them which belong with them.
There's nowhere for them to go.
Anyway, so the gas strut top is now on. Now I'm not going to film this in case it goes wrong, but do you want us to see whether it works or not? Oh, go on, we'll do it live on camera. So I'm presuming it's from that side there. So this is the reason now. So you've got your bookshelf on the bottom, you've got shelving in here, so you can put your laptop or whatever underneath here. And then I'm hoping that this may take a bit of practice, but it should. Gas strut down. Whoa. Hang on, have you found it?
No, that doesn't sound very long though.
Oh right, okay. They're easy enough to do. It's a bit of felt in it. What are all these things here? Oh, that's the bird box, bird swallow nest. Right, go on then. So do you want to open it up again? Let's have a look what that looks like. I'm quite impressed with that.
So if they're coming off that easily, I can put them where they should be. So the idea should be, up it goes, and put away. Well, I don't quite get it.
I'm just going to put it into position how it was going to work. So at the moment, I'm out of breath. I'm sat in the corner over there. That's where my little machine is at the minute for now. But if Sandra in the evening is watching the telly and she decides she wants to do some work on a laptop, so that's how you normally do it. You have your laptop on your knee, but bring it up as a workbench. There you go. How good is that? So, and then you've got, say you've got a shelf down there for whatevers, and you've got a stack of storage space here.
No, that's the right sort of height for not giving yourself backache when you...
I'm impressed, I've never seen one of them before.
Yeah, it's really smart.
So if you are interested in that and you want me to provide a link on another video or whatever, let us know, and I'll let you know where we got it from. And the final bit, getting the gas strut hinges on, is a bit of a 2-person job, innit?
Just say the instructions.
Yeah, it's definitely a two-person job. Well, that's
I did all the rest, but that's why I left that bit.
I'm impressed.
You dropped it out over his stick. They were meant to be.
Yeah, there's a bit. You can pick them up. So these are loads of little felt little rubbers when the top goes down. Oh, we've got some stickers to cover. We've got some of those just to go over the holes there and there, which we're still to do.
So we'll probably get better ones than that.
I do like that. I definitely like that. And down it goes. Do that. Like the remote controls can be underneath there now. So the other one we're doing, as I say, we knew this wasn't going to fit, so I've got a mount for the telly. I'm hoping we've got the screws for the mounting it. If it goes on, I'm hoping to wall mount the telly, and then we just need a little unit over there, and we're definitely on another. Back at the nursery, Sandra. Beautiful here, you know. There's not a cloud in the sky. The birds are tweeting. The pigeons and the rabbits are all out, and it just never rains here. And can you see the tree behind you there? Can you remember what kind of tree that is? The carrot tree. Isn't it gorgeous here? I could live in Lincolnshire, you know.
That's lucky.
Came here 3 years ago. I ended up over there by accident. I started off over there. Do you remember?
I do.
And then, yeah. Well, yeah, but with weather like this where it just never rains, I think, I think it was a good move, wasn't it? You had much rain at the bungalow today?
This morning? A bit
biblical, wasn't it? Right, we're back in the caravan. I forgot to bring my washing, so I've just got a wash bag and an Amazon delivery. Just on the way back, because we can. So Monday night is the equivalent to most people's Friday nights, and a Tuesday is equivalent to a Saturday, and a Wednesday is my Sunday. So I thought I'd bring you to the height of luxury in Skeggy for a pint or a half. Where are we, Sandra?
The Atlantic Bar.
Now, each time we've come in here, it's been an experience. In a nice way, it's not in a bad way. It's not slagging it off, hasn't it? But I've never come in during the week. It's only been a weekend, hasn't it?
This is open.
Yeah, we just called in the Victoria, and it's Monday. Most pubs are closed on Mondays. All right, come on, let's go and have a cheeky. So we've got a pint of Campsite Warden energy drink. Look at that there, doesn't that look nice? We've got blue sky behind us. Oh, it's all very calm, isn't it? We're like little Jack Horner sat in the corner. Stop your messing around, right? Copyright music, better turn it off. Sorry? Hey? What? Rasha's looking at the rhubarb thinking it's a dog treat. Rasha, if you get it. Peter, oh God. Those of a certain age, who remembers nicking rhubarb from your neighbours and getting a bag of sugar and dunking it in and just, right, I've had a first proper lie-in for months, well, since I came back to Lincolnshire from the nurseries. I had a proper deep lie-in, and today is going to be a bit of reorganisation in here. So I'm going to be bringing what I call a cube, which has been in the conservatory, back into here, which is no washing hanging on the line. Now this unit here, and then I'm going to be sorting out stuff in the spare bedroom to what could go on the cube, and then some light stuff that can't be stored in the garage I'm going to put in the attic today. And I'm hoping that that's going to start to be the start of an organisational thing. You saw a unit to go in the corner here, haven't you? Where that unit, wasn't it? Like a stand.
That's not coming till later.
No, but that's, so we're sort of trying to utilise hidden space, for want of better words, where the ironing board is here. Another unit, and then we might have another sort of cubey unit, and then depending on the situation with Sandra's mum, going forward, and this won't be for a long time yet, we might actually end up with some quite high up shelves that we can put things on. That's undecided at the moment, but also depending on the width of here and how Barbara gets along with her mobility issues, we can put some against this wall. I don't know if you can see the indents here, here and here. There used to be a big long, I think I've explained before, a telephone table used to be here, which came down all the way down here and everything. But that's once we know what's happening with Barbara, and obviously Barbara's room, sorry, this is a empty box, is ready for her. She's up in a few days, basically, in less than a week. Well, this time next week, Barbara should be up. So Sandra's going back to Manchester when? Oh God, tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow, which is Wednesday. She's got a party on Saturday, and then is it Saturday? And then you're back on. I've got in the diary Sunday. Is that right?
It goes to plan.
Yeah, if everything goes to plan. And you've seen Hannah tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so sort of a lot going on, and as I say, then when Barbara's here over the next week or so, we'll know, does she definitely want to come? Is she making the right move? If she's making the right move, what does she want doing with this room? Should we getting rid of these wardrobes, lighting, decorating, and all that sort of stuff? So, cube unit first, I think. So we've had this. This is from IKEA. And when we used to live in Manchester, it was that easy because, we need some storage. We'll pop to IKEA. So we had an IKEA in Stockport and an IKEA in Warrington, all half an hour away. But I think our nearest IKEA here is funny faces, Sandra.
I'm sorry, I'm spoiling your film. I'm sorry.
Right. I think our nearest IKEA is, I think, Doncaster. And the beauty of going to IKEA, you can physically take measurements and see what's going on. Anyway, it's a bit scaggy this now. It's seen better days. Maybe one day we can get a new one ordered when we know storage. And IKEA do deliver.
I feel like Doncaster's not that far.
Donny's hour and a half away.
It's doable.
It's doable, but it's a day, isn't it? It's like going to Blackpool from Manchester, further.
So to plan it, so make sure we use it.
Well, we will do, but when we know what goes on there, and if we need to go and get one of them, and we know what's going on with your mum going forward into summer, we'll know better, won't we? It's all a bit temporary. Right. So, but my mission now is to sort out light stuff and heavy stuff in here. And the light things, I've got the boards up in the attic, and the heavy things like photo albums and everything are going onto the storage unit. So I need some scissors and a knife, and this is going to take me a certain age. This might bring back some memories. So I've kept some vinyl over the years. Just found a flipping tack on my knee. Some of it's they're a bit worn. These have been played to death when I was younger, but I've just found that Goofy Great was the very first LP I ever owned, and I can't remember how old I was, but my mum and dad bought me a record player with that, and I do believe Disco Fever. Silver Lady Float On, Yes Sir I Can Boogie. And then, when I was younger, I become quite a fan of the goodies. Look, Unsuitable for Children. This is back in the day. And then later, so I've got quite a bit of Gary Newman. I think I've got more, but obviously load of Gary Newman stuff. Living Ornaments, 1979. That's absolutely amazing. War of the Worlds, double album. Everybody must have had that. Jean-Michel Jarre, I absolutely loved, but I went to go and see him live and he was crap and I stopped liking him. Yes, Going for the One. Who had this album? I think everybody had this album back in the day. I've not heard that, but that's where the single Wondrous Stories came from. Pet Shop Boys, they're back touring at the moment. Big fan of Peter Gabriel, Pretty in Pink, OMD's Claim, bit of Propaganda. Human League. So I was mentioning, do you remember me mentioning the other week about the song Louise? Wave from the Bus. There's a 12-inch version of Louise. B-52s. I love the B-52s. Peter Gabriel, bit of John Lennon. Sparks, the #1 song all over the head. Done. B-52s. Then I also went through a bit of a Genesis stage in my life. Didn't everybody enjoy a bit of Genesis? Wind and Wuthering. Bit of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Duke, Genesis. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Jean-Michel Jarre. Biko. Absolutely fantastic song. I know I used to know the lyrics off my, like the back of my hand, off by heart, for Beco. September 77, Port Elizabeth, weather fine. It was business as usual in police room 619. A brilliant record, very political from Peter Gabriel. Cocteau Twins. Who didn't like the Cocteau Twins? Bit of Phil Collins, more Genesis. Bit of Beatles, more Genesis. Yazoo, Upstairs at Eric's. Fantastic album. And then Nasty Slash supported, I think, Gary Newman, and I become a bit of a Nash fan. And fortunately, Nasty Slash died a few years ago. But Nasty Slash, oh yeah, just like, yeah. Oh, a green vinyl, Beat the Clock, Sparks, another Nasty Slash. Absolutely. If you don't know who Nasty Slash is, have a look for him on. There must be some stuff on YouTube or Spotify. Gary Newman, David Bowie. This album, I've rebought this on CD recently. My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, Brian Eno and David Byrne. Quite a bizarre. And didn't everybody, if you were a certain age, everybody had that album, didn't they dare? Another Frankie Goes to Hollywood, B-52s. 12-inch version of... You tell me. It was the longest 12-inch record, I think, at the time. But, yeah, New Order. Obviously, some Kraftwerk. Brilliant. Another Nasty Slash. And some... Gary Newman. Right, so I've now got rid of all of them boxes. These, and those boxes there are to go in the attic. That's primarily OMD collectible stuff. I've now got a hallway full of empty boxes that need to collapse. We're going to do a tip run. Sandra's just found a Sandra box with a missing cover for your watch, was it? Or something?
Screen protector from my watch.
Yeah, from months ago.
That can go now.
Yeah. A couple of quirky things. So, I've not got a year on this. 17th and 18th of August. In Liverpool history, there's a book about an event that happened called Liverpool Explodes, celebrating all things Liverpool music, Julian Cope and things like that. And it was quite a legendary weekend. And what people don't actually know, it was myself and somebody called Paul Brown who actually put on that event. And there was only not that many people at it. And it's a bit like the first Sex Pistols gig. Everybody was there and everybody wasn't there. And this was the flyer for it. So do you remember fanzines? So the Screaming Secrets was the Julian Cope fanzine. So this was Paul sort of pushing it. Covers for Club Zoo, a buffet, Coffee of the Event magazine. Celebrating the music scene 70s and 80s. Sort of Teardrop Explodes, Copy, OMD, Expellers, The Wild Swans, Laurie and the Chameleons, Echo and the Bunnymen, Frankie. These are the things that we actually put on over the course of the weekend, including those naughty lumps. So that event that is now in a history book of happening was actually put on by myself. A Gandhi's Elephants, Gandhi Circus with a very little Lucy and Lee. These books I'm keeping. So this shelf unit now is random stuff. And I've kept a couple of little things. This one, some of you are going to recognise this. And he died. He used to live in Altrincham, and he was on Britain's Got Talent. Now I am going to keep this guy here. So if you're, I don't watch Britain's Got Talent or anything, but apparently he was on quite regular. And it was just like a random charity calendar. He produced a few of these. This is from 2006. I'm going to put that in the loft because he was a bit of a charismatic character who had flair and enthusiasm. I don't know how he died. of what it was. And this one here, my sister, when she was alive, made this for me. She's dead now. To my baby brother Neil, Christmas 2000, love always Pat. November 98. So this is me being born as a baby, growing up with my sister, me as a baby, sort of growing up. It's on the front doorstep of the house that me and Sandra ended up living at. Lewis's Father Christmas, caravan holidays. I'm a very cute page boy. Look at that, I don't look very happy, do I? My sou'wester, I always used to wear a hat when I was little. This is the green across where we used to live. So these cherry trees all grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew over 50 or 60 years, and then we watched them getting cut down. Jingo, my very first dog. There's my mum. This was Elizabeth Howell. We were going to get married then. Yeah, happy days. Withenshaw Park paddling pool, if you know the area. There's my dad. Kevin Ryan, Andy Kirkham, Malcolm Ryan. There's me, skinny old me with an hat on. Always used to wear a hat. Always had a hat on. There's me with a hat on. There's me with mum and dad. Happy days. School photo, 1970. Weston-super-Mare, 1971. I don't even remember going to Weston-super-Mare. Perranporth, 1971. Cornwall holidays, staying. Hovercraft to France. Who went on the hovercraft to France? Was the hovercraft called? Was it the Princess Anne or something? This was a big thing. Here I am, an aspiring photographer. I've got a camera around my neck. March 1973. Francois, who married my brother. My Uncle Bill. Uncle Norman. This is I've got very few pictures of my brother. That's me with my brother. That's a jumble sale. This is my brother getting married. My brother committed suicide. It's a very sad story. This is in France, 1974. That's Pierre, Genevieve, Franck. That's me, age about 10, having a pint of Guinness. We spent a lot of time in Cornwall. Their cousin there spent a lot of time in Cornwall breeding hamsters. Not too sure what we're all doing there. There's my mum encouraging me to drink. Look at that. Yeah, so it goes. That's my nephew when he was born. That's me starting work, 1978. That's a Kodak K5 machine, a Kodak K8 machine, photographic printing machines. Getting a bit older. It's a very rare photo of all the family. So that's my brother-in-law, my dad, Robert, Kelly, Stacey, godfather, my mum, my sister, and me again. Oh, birds cheeping. Right, and we have got another full corando to go to the tip, and then I think we're then going to go on from the tip to Morrison's, get some shopping in, and then after that up in the attic, then light fittings, then TV bracket, I think, Sandra. Oh, it's a bit warm, isn't it? It's just everybody. Right, well, no major incident, but it is a strange dump. This is the most peculiar place. Yeah, don't really know.
I asked about the metal, he said pop it in the shopping trolley.
Well, I'll explain off camera what's going on with that guy in front in a moment.
I thought you might say that.
Yeah, I'm telling you what's going on. I won't say on camera because it'd be not very, very fair, but there's some dealings going on. So Morrison, so you've said the other day you quite like it, this Morrison's, isn't it? It's good. So the prices of some things go up one week and down another week. But from, as I say, I used to be a very loyal Lidl, come on, the entrance person. If I get a case of Carlsberg, that's gone up in price at Lidl, and they've gone from 18 cans to 15 cans. And they think you don't notice this, where here they're still doing it cheaper than Lidl, and you get the full amount. Right, let's see what we're going to pick up. Right, so Sandra's put the shopping away. I've been assembling a bird box. We've got 2 special bird boxes, and as I promised, this room is now sorted. This is half the garage. So, steady progress. And I think, let's see what we go. So what we need to do next, I've got the light fittings, which won't take long. Then I've got the TV wall bracket, and I might just temporarily put these onto the ground, because the reason I bought that back from Manchester is it'll sit underneath the conservatory wall for a bit of extra storage, and then we need to find something that's that width. Basically, there's a Freeview box. That's all we've got, to be honest, isn't it? And then somewhere for your CD player, stroke record player. Sorry, I've just created a Swift nesting box. So when I get the drill out and my raw plugs out, I've got that to do. Where's the other one you got? The house mounting one?
It's in the box on the table.
That's going to go. This is quite sweet. So we're going to put these at the back of our property on the north side, I do believe. Hang on a minute.
Like under a eave.
Yeah, so we'll put it under the eaves at the back. And all being well, it might lure. Possibly not for this year because we're a bit late. But we're going to get that screwed up today. Right, I'm just going to pop into the garage to get me drill bits and bobs out. While I do that, so I take these down, you could be washing the first lot. It probably makes sense, won't it? And we could be sort of doing this in progress. You don't know what we're talking about. These are the light fittings, and they're just really dirty. They've probably never been down since they went up. Ooh.
Neil, well,
sorry.
Sammy got your attention. Don't cut me off yet. Don't forget, we're going to show them how we decant the elderflower wine into the demijohn.
We are indeed, and on a mission again. Right, so we're going for the bracket. There's one mark there.
Just pull that.
So right, hey.
Pull.
Sorry, TV on, and we're just taking the old TV stand. We've had this. It's a Samsung, isn't it? We've had this for donkey's years. This. It's been a good little telly. So all being well, and I know there's no wires behind there or anything like that, so we're safe. And I've got 4 rather large coach bolts to go in with heads on them. So we're going to start with the top one. Then I've got a spirit level to make sure we're all lined up okay. There you go, Sandra. You see, how's that?
Exhausting.
So obviously you got all the wires in the way, but we'll just put a bit of tubing in there, and we just need a little unit down the bottom there. Again, actually a little bit more storage space. This has been put into the conservatory, and then we've just got a CD player to go wherever into it. But that's good progress.
Wherever.
So I know this all moves in and out, backwards and forwards, left and right, and everything, and see how long it stays up for. So we need to store that, stand somewhere safe, and then we need next, and this should be the final job for today, mounting of the bird boxes. And I need to get some different.
It's not the final job, Neil.
Oh no, the wine, the decanting. So I'm in the garage again, closing the garage door, and I've got some raw plugs, some screws, and I've got our house martin nest and a Swift nest. So the house martins sort of like to build under the eaves, and we've got the Swifts, which is a bit, I didn't realise they flew flying in and out anyway. And then what we're going to do is on the back here, we're going to do, isn't it? I think to show you where we're going to go with this. Yeah, so that's where the electrics used to come into the place, up there. But Sandra, what you do now? You're sterilising yourself.
I need to sterilise bucket and my straining bag and my funnel ready.
Okay, well while you do that, I'll be prepping up. I might even be able to make a start on.
So they're recommending just so that it's as high as you can up against what's the guttering in our case.
I'll do that. Leave it with me. Will I ever let you down?
Only when you're not listening.
Bird houses. Right, so close to the top as I can, and you never know. You never know, and that should be for swifts, and that should be for house martins. And then back at the campsite, I've got 2 or 3 bird boxes. I think somebody made me and Dan a bird box last year, the year before. So I'll need to put them in the car and bring them back, and we'll mount them up somewhere. Because funny enough, back at home they did take the boxes at the back, didn't they, on the conservatory? And funny enough, that was at the back of the house, north side.
I'm sure I saw my bird box somewhere knocking around.
I'm not too sure. Right, that's done. Let me get me tour video coming up before this. So I'm going to insert a video now of Sandra. What were you doing on the next video?
So I started off the batch 2 or 3 days ago.
Right.
So it's done its fast ferment. Do you want to show?
Right, hang on a minute. So the video coming up is hang on before you do this, because they need to know what's coming on the next video.
So I started off. So I sterilised everything in the big bucket for the first step. So you put in the elderflowers, the sugar, some yeast nutrient, obviously the yeast itself, some Campden tablet, and some tannin, which in this case is just some tea.
Okay, so that's coming up next. Yep.
Hi, so here I am in our new home. Neil is busy working on the campsite at the moment. I've just taken Rasha out for a walk. Here she is. Hello, Rasha. So, lovely evening. Actually, beautiful clear skies out there today. It's a really lovely evening. So I've just popped back in the kitchen. So some while ago, I mentioned I'd be making elderflower wine, and at least somebody out there was interested in how I go about it. So I'm just starting it off. So the first step is at least 15 minutes. So it doesn't matter which brand, but sterilising tablets. So I've done enough to make up to 10 litres. This is my initial fermenting bucket. And then I'm going to need some sugar, but I don't have quite enough, so I'm going to improvise. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey as well. I'm going to need the zest of a lemon, so I prefer unwaxed for this. I tend to get a bit of smell. And I've got my wine yeast, which I'm going to add. And I'm going to add, so I picked a few extra flowers earlier on, and then these are some that I picked last week in case they were too far gone by this week. So I actually froze these ones. So with elderflower wine, you need to pick them when they're really fresh. You need to cut off the more stalky bits, the green stalky bits, so it's most of the flowers, and then just have a sniff. If they smell good, it'll probably make good elderflower wine. So once my bucket's sterilised, then I'll need to make up 4 litres of boiling water with the sugar, a bit of honey, and then that'll all dissolve, and then I'll put that in the bucket. Obviously clearly rinse out the sterilising first, and in the clean bucket we'll have the flowers, the lemon zest, the hot water and melted sugar and honey, and then when that's all cooled down, then I can add the yeast. I'm going to add a Campden tablet and some yeast nutrient that'll help with the fermentation. So that's the first step, and then that'll sit bubbling away for a few days, and then when it seems to slow down the initial fermentation, I'll decant it into a sterile demijohn and then leave it for 3 months. And that is how I make my elderflower wine. Rightio, it is Sunday, so I've been to church this morning at Croft. I've helped out with the bell ringing and then stayed for the service and had a quick chat with my new neighbours, and then came back, took Rasha for what I thought was going to be a short walk, but she wanted to go for a long walk today. So there she is. Hi, Rasha. Can you say hello? Say hello. So, okay, so I did a little bit last night about the wine making, so making this elderflower wine. So I started off the quick ferment part, but it was very slow getting going last night, so I added more fresh yeast, and now it's very lively. It should turn out fine, I think. So it's a little bit whiffy, to be honest. It's chugging away nicely now, so I'm going to pop it in the garage out of the way shortly, but I just thought I'd show you how it looks now it's fermenting. And when I went through the ingredients yesterday, I forgot one extra thing, which is they recommend some tannin, which I think is kind of like helps preserve the colour, I think. Anyway, so I don't have tannin, but I just put in a teaspoon of loose leaved tea, and that seems to do the trick. So when I've done this before, so just so you can see what it looks like at the moment. There it is, bubbling away. Pretty lively. So I'm going to keep the top sealed and then just release the pressure once in a while, because I've noticed that, sorry Neil, but it's already fruit fly season. So I've also been having to start putting out my scraps like banana skins and peach pips and things like that straight out in the bin, because I don't want to get a kitchen full of fruit flies. Not that they're really harmful, but they are quite annoying. Okay. Right, so progress, I think. And now I need to pop out to the shop. Bye for now.
Now, after you watch that video, now you're doing the decant.
So basically, I'm going to strain out the bits with this funnel. Then I've got to sterilise whatever they're called.
That's a bucket.
No.
I'm telling you, that's a bucket. Oh, the air blobbers.
Airlock, it's called.
They go blip,
right,
blip.
So you really need to film what's in the bucket, because
Okay.
you don't want to know, but people will want to know. So it's done its fast ferment in the big bucket, so it's still quite frothy.
It's like something out of our cesspit. Oh, it stinks. Oh!
Will do at the moment. Yeah. So it's been done the fast brew, and then for the slow part, I'm going to strain it, and then it's going to sit in this demijohn, which is sterilised.
This holding.
That would be great. So, and then it's a sterilised demijohn, and it'll sit in there for 3 months. I'm doing it outside because it can get messy. And then it can get quite smelly, which is why I left it to ferment in the shed rather than the house. So I've got more to go, it's just dripping a bit. So it should pretty much fill the demijohn, hopefully. I'm just guessing a bit on the volumes. Not much left, is there?
No, I think you put all that. Right, so that's been a very busy day, hasn't it, Sandra? I'm going to sit down. And I've got to just about where I wanted to be today. Bar 2 videos that I wanted to shoot today, and I'm getting a bit bored now. I need to sit down for 5. So I think we're going to wrap this off here. And yeah, you've been watching progress and wine decanting. How long before the wine's ready?
3 months. That reminds me, I need to
So July, August, September. Yeah. So September time, we'll be having the last for the summer wine. Those of a certain age will remember last of the summer wine. And the music to last of the summer wine quite sad. It's quite sort of autumnal, wistful, sad music, isn't it? What was it? Nora Batty, was it? when I've not had a shade, I look like, what was his name? With the woolly hat on?
Cleggy or the other one?
No, not is it Cleggy? The old man, Nora.